As many of you undoubtedly know, the Labour Party has gone through a bit of a seismic shift since Jeremy Corbyn has been in charge. Most notably, the increase in anti-Semitic claims against the party has risen significantly under Jeremy Corbyn's leadership. Now, I have on my main channel covered a fair few of them, and I have debunked, I'd say, about 50%. Others seem to be optics and taking a stance in such a way that makes them look anti-Semitic but isn't. For example, not adopting the definition of anti-Semitism because of it being too restrictive on freedom of speech, which is exactly what Corbyn was against. To an extent, I can actually agree with that. However, with what's been going on in the party and with members of the party, it's a bit of an issue because there's too many issues piling up and he's not being proactive enough at condemning it or calling for a public and formal investigation, which is what he should have done. The BBC has very recently, and I will link it below, published through Panorama, a documentary, investigation of their own even, on the subject of anti-Semitism within the Labour Party, a party that's supposed to represent the workers. Tom Watson, the deputy leader of the party, whether you like him or not, you've got to now give him credit, has demanded that the party publish a submission to official investigation, because this is getting out of hand. He launched what many would consider a scathing attack on anti-Semitism in the party, with him branding it harrowing and a sickness. Many believing this now puts him at risk of going to war with Jeremy Corbyn because he indicated that there was participation from the leader's office. He's also been very active on Twitter. He did publish an open letter, he did a number of interviews. For example, he's been promoting JewishLabour.uk memberships.
Like you, I was appalled and upset by what I saw on Panorama last night. It might be that you want to show solidarity with Jewish Labour Party members today. There's a quick way you can do it by becoming an affiliate member of the Jewish Labour movement. It only costs 10 quid, and I'm leaving the link on my page.
And he did a 2-minute interview on BBC Radio 4, which I will play a short clip of as well.
Well, firstly, I think we need to change the way we investigate these systems, not casting aspersions on the current people, but I think we need to take these cases away from them and have a full independent system of investigating cases of anti-Jewish racism that involves representatives from the Jewish community in Britain of standing.
So these are non-party members?
This would be a completely independent process.
In a rather interesting and bizarre stunt to all of it, the party's General Secretary, Jenny Formby, has condemned the attacks for, and I quote, undergoing cancer treatment. So you shouldn't be attacking her over the anti-Semitism, what's been dubbed a crisis, because Tom Watson did in fact attack Jenny Formby directly because she's undergoing cancer treatment. Dear Jenny Formby, I have an idea for you. Please open your ears and be willing to listen to an outsider's perspective. There are at least 36 instances that I can recall of supposed anti-Semitism within your party. I can reduce that to about 24. That's it. I highly recommend you stop allowing staff to interfere with investigations that I talked about on Wednesday in a PMQ stream because, oddly enough, it's what's been happening, and you have an independent investigation ascertain whether or not there is anti-Semitism within the party, root it out, demolish it, annihilate it, and then you can go back to your job. And your treatment, of course. Okay? There was an additional article written claiming that Corbyn has been trying to dodge questions of anti-Semitism outside his house by staging bizarre stunts where an older lady who may well be his wife's mother was seen shouting in Spanish and wildly gesticulating until Corbyn got into a car to be driven off and then suddenly changed a tune like that. Don't really care about that, and unless Corbyn has a script, it's worth noting he could be asked any question, like, do you like toast? Without a script in front of him, he can't give you an answer. He is really bad at doing on-the-spot stuff. Many might attribute that to his age, and it's possible. However, I don't think it matters. What I think matters is that the BBC Panorama documentary was quite conclusive. It was damning. It was embarrassing. It shames the party. It shames every member. It is alienating and pushing members away because the party is not doing enough. The evidence would say the party leadership is involved. Well, someone within the party leadership is calling it out, which is kind of amusing because a couple of years earlier an open letter was penned against Tom Watson with regards to anti-Semitism. But that is possibly a discussion for another day, but at least, I would say, he is on board with dealing with it now. Small consolation, I know, but if it's the sign that maybe there is some good in the party, willing to tackle what is considered quite bad, then one should consider taking it and building on that.